task ahead of you is never greater than the strength within you. This is something I did have to keep in mind as I made the hardest transformation of my life. About 6 months ago, I decided to change my lifestyle from unhealthy to healthy. Throughout my whole life, physical activity was a struggle and something I always avoided. To my surprise, the simple decision changed my life in many ways. After much hesitation, the decision was made to join the gym and begin working out. This change led to many other changes, and I began eating better, quit smoking, and focused on being the healthiest I could be. By making several major lifestyle changes, I was able to gain many positive outcomes, both mentally and physically, that'll last the rest of my life. So there were 3 major motivations that led me to begin living a healthy lifestyle. There are also several major changes that I had to make, which came with many obstacles. Nonetheless, the results were transformative and outstanding. So to start, let me take you back 6 months ago when I first decided to make a change. There are 3 different factors that motivated me to live a healthy lifestyle. I wanted to lose weight and gain muscle in order to look better and feel more comfortable in my skin. And I was motivated by the health aspect. Throughout my whole life, I wasn't the healthiest. I smoked, ate junk food, and hardly exercised. So I was motivated to make some changes to benefit my future. Lastly, I was motivated to prove it to myself that I can do it. Since physical activity was such a struggle throughout my life, I was motivated to prove to myself that I can do anything I put my mind to. So those were the main factors that motivated me to begin living a healthy lifestyle. Now I'll elaborate on the steps it took to make these changes and the challenges I came across while working towards my goals. In order to live a healthy lifestyle, there were several major changes that I had to make. These changes did not come easy, and there were many struggles along the way. So the first step to a healthy lifestyle was to begin working out a few times a week. This came with many challenges: finding the time to work out in between work and school, overcoming gym intimidation, and pushing myself to work out even when very sore were all major struggles that I had to overcome initially. Over time, I was able to focus on my motivations and go regardless in order to meet my goals. Next, in order to fuel my workouts, I made a diet change. I began watching my portions, balancing my diet, and I cut out junk food. Initially, beating my cravings and cutting out junk food was a major struggle, but over time, my body began craving the fuel it needed to feel best. After the diet change, I decided to cut out caffeine. Coming from someone who used to drink 2 Red Bulls a day, the change was initially exhausting. However, over time, I found that my body was getting its own energy naturally, and I did not even need caffeine. The last major change was that I quit smoking. I had smoked since a young age with no real plans to quit. However, over time, after working out, smoking began making me sick, so I decided to quit cold turkey, and I've never felt better. Now that I've covered the motivations to make the changes and the steps it took, I would love to elaborate on the exciting results that followed. There are many astounding results from my lifestyle change, and while the physical changes were great, the mental results were life-changing. The first physical result was that I was able to surpass my running goals. When I first started working out, I could hardly run half a mile without feeling as though I were going to pass out. Over time, I was able to work to beat my goals every week, which shocked me that I was even able to do that. My hard work and dedication to running paid off, and I was able to go from dreading it to actually looking forward to it every day. The next physical result was that I lost weight and gained muscle. My clothes now fit looser, and I feel more comfortable in my skin. Also, through gaining muscle, my posture and back pain has improved. The next so while I am proud of those physical results, the mental results were the most rewarding. After months of working out, I suddenly feel more positive overall and have more energy. I went from being tired and grumpy most of the time to happy and energetic. Also, there was a reduction in stress. I was in dire need for a release when feeling overwhelmed. Through going to the gym, I'm able to take time to dissect situations that I previously would have felt anxiety about. Now, anytime that I feel overwhelmed or stressed, I take it out at the gym and always feel much better. The next result was an increase in confidence. Throughout my whole life, I had not been the most outspoken or outgoing person. But through my lifestyle change, I feel better about myself than ever before, which has led me to be more outspoken and confident on a daily basis. So, let me end by saying this. I'm beyond grateful and proud of myself for finding the motivation to make this transformation. While the road to success was a difficult one that required many lifestyle changes and came with many obstacles, I'm proud of the results that followed because they were outstanding. Through making several major lifestyle changes, I was able to gain many positive outcomes, both mentally and physically, that will last the rest of my life. As I look back on the last 6 months and the progress I've made, I'm reminded that new levels are always able to be reached, and I will never stop striving to reach them.